You're rocking with Sir Quentin Best.
Check it out now.
Of the best entertainment. Shh.
Best of the Best
Shut up and
Entertainment
hustle.
presents your feature presentation. What up, Milwaukee?
Yo, it's your boy Sir Quentin from Best of the Best Entertainment, where we keep our eyes open for local, global, up-and-coming, and established artists. Today, we on the South Side. What up?
Southside, what up?
Rockz Solid.
What's up, Southside in the building?
Yes, ma'am. So, what you got going on, man? I be seeing you doing a lot of grinding, album-wise. You and Billboard Burnham going crazy. I ain't gonna talk too much on it. I'm gonna let you do all the talking. So, what you got going on?
Well, I've been working on a new project, so I'm gonna be dropping a 5 or 6. I'm not sure. I might do 5 songs in a bonus EP, and that'll be dropping before the end of the year. So I'm just being petty, either like December 31st or December 30th. And then I just dropped the single from that album. And then also just I was on the Female Takeover mixtape, and I dropped a video off of that. I did a video for the song on that, which was also a song off my album from last year.
So what's the name of the EP?
The EP is it's yet untitled. Thinking of doing it as self-titled, either Rockz, or I'm thinking of calling it Solid. So then it's like Rockz Solid, or Changes. I'm not sure yet.
So you got I see you everywhere in these streets. Like you doing a lot. So a lot of community work, and so explains what inspires you to just want to get up and help the community via the side. You South Side, North Side, everywhere. So what makes you want to actually get out and help the community?
Right. I feel like that's more or less my calling. I mean, I love music and making music. I think that I'm definitely just someone here in the hometown. I don't see, for me being a female artist and a mother first, it's hard for me to tour. I would never be the artist that you see out, touring, doing like 10-state tours and stuff, just because I have, I have 3 children, 14, 13, and 5, and my 5-year-old has special needs. So shout out to Nas, Etcha, and Carlo. But because of that, I just feel like I need to be doing stuff here in the community then, you know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
And I like to instill that in my kids as well. So, we had the Hip Hop Chess Club for a while where we were working with youth, and we're looking for a location, and I'm actually have something in the works with that of us getting a building so that we could be able to educate children through hip hop and the different elements of hip hop. I just fed the homeless for Thanksgiving, and also with my employer, with my full-time job that I work, we gave away 500 free turkeys to families in need here on the north side on Martin Luther King Drive. So I'm just constantly doing stuff in the community, whether it's like door to door, helping people with signatures.
What's the name of the organization that you're working for that actually
that gave away the 500 turkeys?
Yes.
I work for Advocates for You. It's basically what I do is I'm a case manager, and I work with in-home with the elderly and disabled. So I help
dope.
them with long-term care in the home, getting them in programs like Meals on Wheels, or getting them life alert devices so that they're able to remain safe in the home.
And that's an excellent point, because it's not a lot of rappers, or I would consider you more hip hop than
Right.
rapper that actually cares about the children. You put together like a lot of in community performances. So touch on your in community performances that you guys have set up in the past.
Sure. Well, we've done like Hunger Task Force events. I did an event with Monte Carlo where we also raised items for the homeless, where, in order to get in the event, you have to have like socks or t-shirts for the homeless, because that's always a major thing that they need is socks and t-shirts. So we did that. I've done so many community events, done like Stop the Violence events. We just try to basically raise the funds. The door costs will go to whatever organization it is. And then in the future, though, like I said, I want to work more with youth. So we're looking at getting the building and doing things like that with the youth, as far as teaching them hip hop through teaching them things through hip hop. Teaching them points through hip hop, different.
It's a lot of
using the
kids who
elements.
just really they're raised by hip hop. So to see someone out there that actually cares, and I think you're doing what you're supposed to do, like as far as your calling or whatever. So let's swerve a little bit. Billboard Burnham. So what's your connection with Billboard Burnham?
Well, Burnham and I actually, our connection is the community work. You know, him and I, that's like my partner as far as events, promotional events and planning. Our music is very different. So, you know, I'm more of like a backpack rapper. I'm more of an underground hip hop artist. A lot of my music has like a bassist or whatever. And he's more of the turn up, let's kick it, let's party. You know, that's Burnham. He's just crazy, but he's my best friend, you know.
Absolutely.
So that's our connection is we do mostly events. And we went to South by Southwest last year together. And then ever since then, we've just been really rocking real hard. You know, we did the Welcome to the Southside mixtape, and we're working on Volume 2 now. So the point of the Welcome to the Southside
Touch on
mixtape.
that. You can't just talk that fast. So,
Right.
Touch on Volume 1 and let's touch on Volume 2 a little bit.
Okay, so the point. Let's talk about the point of this Welcome to the Southside mixtape, because I feel like, you know, it got a lot of heat, to be honest, in the city. Like, people felt like we were trying to cause division from the South Side and the North Side, and that's never our intention. You know, our thing is just the South Side is like, it's a very different community. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like a little Mexico, or like a little, you know, it's just an island. We're just a different area. And so because of that, a lot of the artists
Let's just keep it real.
Yeah.
Everybody, North Side is so divided and South Side is connected, and it was jealousy. That's where the tension came from.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
if you're not from Milwaukee, Milwaukee's segregated, period.
Absolutely.
Not just on the music scene, anything at all. It's very segregated. So, you know, I've always been very, you know, I've always voiced that I'm from the South Side. I've always, you know, we always put on for the South Side just because there's not many South Side artists. And Burnham was the same way. And if you know any history about Milwaukee music, me and Burnham actually had beef back in the day. Like, we had whole diss tracks against each other back in the day because of the South. Like, because I felt like, why are you putting on for the South Side and you're not doing anything for the community? But I didn't really know Burnham like that, and he really does do for the community. But I felt like it was a bad look for the community. So we had our little time where, you know, we had our little battle, you know. And then before he got locked up, we did a big old event together, Hunger Task Force. We raised all this food we turned the whole situation around for the good.
Yep.
And so then when he got out, we just, you know, we were like, let's stay on that same wavelength and let's do a bunch of events.
Absolutely.
So back to the Welcome to the Southside mixtape. That was the point of it, was to basically give those Southside artists, put them at the forefront of Milwaukee music. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't get a lot of recognition. You think Southside, you think Rockz, Burnham, Hectic. You know, you don't really, maybe Random if you're younger, you know, like Loud and Block on them. But not a lot of people know, you know, GP or, you know, OG or OJ, you know, just different. There's a lot of artists that people don't know about.
Yeah.
So we wanted to kind of use our name to put them at the forefront and give them a little recognition as well. And
so where can the audience, they find the mixtape at?
the mixtape is on every platform. So iTunes, Apple Music, Google Play, Tidal, everywhere. You just look up Welcome to the Southside and you'll find it.
Absolutely. So are you guys planning a performance or actual release for Volume 2?
Yes. Well, our first release was cracking. We had it at Jinx. We sold out like 7 VIPs, I think. Everybody was in the building. It was Southside and Northside artists, you know, because like I said, that was our intention. It was always to bring more unity to the scene, you know what I'm saying? And just say, look, these are our artists over here. We always encourage, and we even encourage Northside artists, Eastside artists, Westside artists to collaborate with the Southside artists to get on the project.
Yeah, I got an invitation for that.
So in order to be on the project, all you got to do is collab with the Southside artists, and all we're trying to do is just, bring some unity into the scene. So we are going to plan an event for that. We were hoping to release the mixtape by the end of the year, but we're probably not going to honestly release until like February because in December, like I said, I'm trying to release my project, and Burnham's also working on his own project. So everybody's just doing so much many individual projects that we're just not able to focus on it like we want to.
So you touched on videos that you have a little bit. Touch on any upcoming videos that you have coming up.
Yeah. So I'll be shooting for Awake, which was a single off of the EP. I really wanted to shoot like a video off of every song off my last album was it 12 songs or 10 songs? There was 12 songs off the album, I believe. And I wanted to do one of everyone, but it's hard because I had 2 songs that had a collabs, and one of them I just can't seem to get everyone together. And now the way that I work, I'm already on to the next thing, so now I want to focus on the next thing. So
as you should be.
Right. So I'm like, that was last year. Let me focus on this year, because I feel like my sound has progressed a lot more. You know, as I got a little older, I feel like I've got a lot more comfortable in my voice, and I've I'm more open to different sounds and just trying different things. Like, I actually used auto-tune for the first time on my single, right?
I cannot picture hearing you with auto-tune.
It was cold.
Is it dope? Okay.
It's dope.
You gotta link us a copy.
I'm gonna link you it.
Copy.
I'm gonna link you it. It's a very hot single, and it's like everybody's like, you need to push it to the radio, you know, because it was a hurt song. I wrote it from a hurt place. So it's more of a singing song, and that's why I did the auto-tune.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a sing rap type of thing. And I've also been working with the new engineer, TK. So I'm just in a different place, you know. I feel like it's like a different studio, a different engineer. And
You got any collaborations on the album? Who are you collab with on this EP?
On the EP, I'm gonna have songwriters on the remix to Awake.
Shout out songwriters.
And then that's it. There's no other collaborations on the project.
I'm hearing a self-titled EP. What y'all thinking?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a self-titled EP. I mean, on my album, my last album, I only had 3 collabs. I only had Reject the Illest, Crook Rock, shout out Crook Rock, that's my mentor from Rhode Island. And then also Harmony, shout out Harmony from the South Side.
Harmony. Yeah.
Yep. So those were the 3 collabs I had, and I just it's hard for me to collab. You know what I'm saying? Because I be so focused on what I hear, what I hear, and it's hard for me because if someone puts something on there that's not what I hear or the vibe I'm going with, then you run into sticky situations. But
okay, I'm not trying to create any separation with this question. Just answer it as the best you can.
Sure.
So it's a lot of female hip hop artists in Milwaukee. What separates you from every other female rapper or artist or?
Right. Shout out all the females in Milwaukee. You know, I feel like we have some very dope female artists in Milwaukee. We have some very, very solid, like, I follow Milwaukee music a lot, I always have. And I think that as far as me being different than other female rappers, or what differentiates me from other female rappers, is that I feel like we have a lot of female artists in Milwaukee that take this very serious, you know what I'm saying, as far as their music career. And I think that's so dope. Like, Kaylee, of course, Kia, Rap Princess, Destiny Lynn, and I support them. I share their stuff. I definitely support them 100%. And for me, hip hop is more of just hip hop is my life. You know what I'm saying? It's not, I don't look at it as a career. I don't look at it as a means to an end. I'm not trying to blow up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to get on or anything like that. This is just my life. Like, this is just what I breathe. You know what I'm saying?
You can hear it when you rap.
Right.
Honestly, you can hear that.
Yeah, it's just what I breathe. It's just what I do. I've always done it. I've been rhyming since I was 11 years old. You know what I'm saying? Can a collab with Kia or Kaylee, is that in the near future? Actually, I have a collab with Kia on my mixtape from like my first mixtape. Not my first mixtape, my third mixtape, but my first mixtape with my DJ. Welcome to Gold City. Me and Kia had a collab, and it was dope. It was real dope. So Kaylee, I don't know. I mean, maybe down the line or something. I don't force things. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it happens, it happens. If we feel
Kaylee.
Right. If we feel like, if we feel like we're on that same, and we're in the same place, or if she hears something of mine or I hear something of hers, I would definitely approach it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't think that I look forward. I mean, it's not something I'm looking at at the moment. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But of course, I would love to work with all the ladies in my city. You know what I'm saying? I would love to work, and that's why I really love the Female Takeover mixtape, because we don't all have to be in the same place for someone to hear all of us.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's and being a female, that's hard to it's hard to get together and to get our schedules together.
Yeah.
You know, because we all are mothers. We're all, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, not all of us, but when you bring that into account, you know, we have children, we have jobs, I'm in school as well. Like, it's a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cooking, cleaning, and all that. Plus rapping and studio sessions. So shout out to Trey. He always asks me, why are your sessions at 10, 11 o'clock at night? I'm like, because that's when my kids are asleep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I
So, I think I picked your brain enough. I found out about the multitasking, Rockz Solid. You got any last minute shout outs that you want to?
I mean, shout out the whole South Side. No, I'm just kidding. Shout out 414, man, Milwaukee. You know,
Absolutely.
I'm really proud of everybody working on the scene. I really don't have any like specific shout outs because, you know, I just love my city. So
Yeah.
everybody that's out here working, putting on, whether it's music, producing, engineering, whatever, just the whole scene.
Yeah, they putting on.
On my
So, it's your boy Sir Quinn. We rocking out. You hear what I did? We rocking out with Rockz Solid, man. And like I always like to say, shut up and hustle. We out.